Hello and welcome back. And as promised, I've got the railings put onto the turntable finally. So I dug those out over the last few days, sorry. There we go, that's a bit easier to hear what's going on now. So I dug those out over the last couple of days, as I was just saying. And I was being drowned out a little bit by the noisy motor within the turntable. I don't know whether we can see that side, it's in shadow. But I've just got those popped in there. I think that looks quite smart now. Let's back the Lord westward into the engine shed. Nice and well behaved. Put it alongside the dock shunter there. There we go. And I think we'd better rotate the turntable back before we forget it. And they just push into these little holes here, and they're sort of, I think it's more of an interference fit. Sorry, I'm not pointing where I'm pointing the camera, I'm pointing my finger. You can see the railings are rather bent. I think they've been in and out a number of times, and I had to put a little bit of a bend in there to make sure they stay in place. But I think they're going to look quite smart there. And as I said last week, I think we're going to get a water tower and a crane. I meant to dig out the spare crane I've got, but I haven't got around to that. However, we're going to have a look at a Hymek this week. So ages ago I had a video with an early Hymek from 1967, R.074 Hymek. So that's not it, that's the one we're going to look at today. So I got this one from 67, very pretty with its box and paperwork. I'll leave a link to the video, you can see this one running. We're not going to run this one today. And it's a really lovely model. It doesn't have the extra pickups, this one. And there is another variant which I have to admit I've got but can't find, and I had intended to have it for this video, but never managed to find it over the last few days. So today is the 11th of July, so just coming to the end of the few days off I've had at the beginning of July. There you can see the nice paper label stuck on the box there. I got a lovely trying Hornby, very stylish box that, and it has its nice card wrapper there, or sleeve shall we say, rather than wrapper. We'll just leave that there, I think. So the model we're looking at today is one from around 79, I think. There is a variant earlier than this. This is R.074. It was in not various shades, a couple of colours of blue before this. Over the years there was electric blue in 68, I think, and then rail blue up through the late 60s and into 70s. But this variant is late 70s, and it has a silver seal style motor in it. So if you have a look at the insert pictures there, you can see the motor. And I'm not sure whether this does have a little bit of a lean on it. Somebody has had a go at trying to stop it leaning again. If you have a look at the insert pictures there, and that coupling has been had its tail end shaved off it. So it has been painted in some areas. It has definitely had the horns sort of painted up in what looks like gold paint to me. But I think we'll probably leave that alone. And there has been some extensive fiddling with those buffers. I think at one end they must have been snapped off at some point and reattached. And there was a chain link type affair stuck into the buffer beam there, which I have actually removed because I thought it just looked a little bit untidy. But this variant, I think the window surrounds are all part of the mould, the upper moulding, the bodywork, whereas this earlier one, the window surrounds, I think, are a separate moulding. I don't know if we have a look at that. You can see the two different ones there. Perhaps at the end I'll have both of these standing side by side, so you can see the shades of green is slightly different. So let's get her back on the rail. So we've got sort of a mixed rake of coaches here. We've got some Western and some BR liveried coaches. Now, again, this wasn't perhaps the best place to bring this off the rails. I've only recently got this model. Quite pleased to find out I've been on the lookout for one for ages, but I thought I'd show this along with the other variant, which has the extra pickups. And that's the thing, you put these things away, and sometimes you put them away in perhaps not the most logical place. So let's see if we can get that to couple up. I need to open some points, I think. Number 1B. So I think as R.074 it was available 77 to 79. I don't think it had the ringfield for all of that time. I think the ringfield was perhaps just in its later year perhaps. Let's sort of hook that one up. There we go. So I've got this rake of mixed coaches here. We'll have a swift look at those when we pull them out. We can see them a bit better. We've got some BR blue liveried ones there, rail blue rather than electric blue, and a couple of the Great Western ones all sort of mixed in for good measure here. So let's pull her out and give her a bit of a run round. So it's my intention to perhaps try and keep this video a little shorter than the last few that we've had, because I realise they have become quite long in the last couple of weeks or so. So let's see, give that a little power. So just the 2 traction tyres. Quite a lovely smooth running motor in this model, he says, as we have a derailment straight away. That's possibly got more to do with me not getting it back on the rails correctly, I think, than anything else. Let's see what we've got there. I think we might have to cut away to this and use both hands. Let's have a look. So quite an abrupt stop on this one. You can get a much tidier stop on it with half wave. Let's have a quick look at that. Let's just switch that to half wave. And let's have a look at that moving off. Yeah, I'm not convinced I've got that on the rails at all. But you can see how smooth that is when we've got on the half wave there, but there's quite a bit of chatter coming from the motor. So I think we're on, it just doesn't sound like it's on. Let's give that another go. We'll flip that back onto full wave and we'll see the effect we get. Yeah, you see, it's either running or it's not running when you switch it off. A relatively smooth move away, but quite abrupt in the braking department, shall we say. So I think we're all closed up there, so we've got the entire outside line to ourselves. I'm just checking points number 8 there. They're all shut. And we do have a little stutter on the diamond crossing, as the wheel spacing is just perfect, so we're all on plastic at the same time. Let's give that a go. Over the diamond. See that slight stutter there? So it's a diagonal style pickup. One side on the power bogie and one side on the dummy bogie. Sorry, opposite side on the dummy bogie. So we get the double fault effect. So she's lovely and smooth once she gets going. Let's tighten up the camera a little bit and see if we can follow that round a bit tighter. Don't those window surrounds stand out nicely? And off she goes into the distance. Let's widen that up. See if we can get the whole train in shot there. Definitely clattering over those points back there, isn't she? Let's see if we can hold that right up there for you. And let's see if we can calm that down now. And with there we have the abrupt stop. So I don't think I've managed to remember to write down the numbers for these coaches, but let's have a look at them anyhow. Let's just tighten that up a little bit. So there I've got a Great Western brake. These have been hanging around on the layout for quite some time. Gorgeous colour in that sort of cream and chocolatey colour with black roofs. And there's a Great Western composite. So I think somebody's painted the interiors on these. They're very dark on this one, and I think the other one, I think the seats have perhaps been painted up maroon. Now we've got a composite in blue and grey with the yellow stripe above the first compartments there. So that corridor detail printed on the side. So I'll put the model numbers on the corner of the screen there, so you can see those. Another Great Western. And I think we're finished off there with a BR grey and blue brake there with the darker grey roofs. So if we just have a look at the ones with the electric blue and grey, we've got the light grey roofs, platform grey roofs almost in the station there. So they're later, the ones with the dark blue. So I think what we'll do is we'll get this back into the station, and then we have another job for the Hymek. We've got the parcels train waiting for it in the sidings. I don't know whether you noticed that on the way around, so I think we just need to open up 8R, and let's see if we can run that into the station. So we'll give that a little power. Sorry, I'm not looking where I'm going with the camera there. She's got those lovely heavy metal wheels on her. Making quite light work. And again, that slight stutter there on the diamond. Nicely behaved there, coming into platform 2. Across that curved point, under the canopy, and we'll bring her right up to the other end so we can uncouple from the coaches. So waiting for that hard stop again. There we go. Let's just put that under half wave again. Sorry, I'm not speaking properly there. Lovely stop there, isn't there? Let's just back that up and take the tension out of the couplings there. There we have it. So let's use the uncoupler. I can't quite get that in there. Now somebody has sent me some uncouplers from Handmade Accessories. Robert Handmade Accessories has sent me some uncouplers. If you have a look at the picture in the corner of the screen there, they'd arrived yesterday morning. I'd forgotten about them, and I should have really got them out and to play with here. So we'll have those in the next video. But I'm looking forward to having a go at those. They're a lovely colour. So let's roll that forward now. Actually, we need to open up points 1B so we can get out of there. Let's have a look at that. So we'll leave her on the halfway for now and see how we do with that. Actually, we want to roll forwards, not backwards. Yeah, maybe it doesn't like one of those points. I thought it was just the way I'd put it back on the rails last time, but that's jumped again, coming off there. So that rolls through there quite nicely. I was playing with this earlier. I don't remember an issue earlier on with this. It definitely doesn't like that. I'm just going to try her on the rails the other way around and see if that's the issue. So you can see we've got the 2 traction tyres there. We've got those lovely metal wheels there. So let's try that the other way around. I think that's the other way around. I've lost track now. Yeah, I'm not doing such a good job of getting these on the rails. There we go. So, yeah, that's not quite on either. There's quite a lot of play with these wheels and the bogies, the metal block which slots into the plastic bogies. There's quite a lot of movement. One more time. Maybe it likes that way around than the other way around. Maybe I was playing with it that way around. Further investigation, I think. Let's close that there. And we'll just isolate the train there. And we're going to open 8R, which is already open. So we're going to run her around here. All the way around. I think I'm just going to widen up the camera a little bit so we can see. So we're going to run her right way around here through number 8R there, or 8 red, right the way around there, and I've got a bit of a parcels train. So I've got electric blue with light grey roofs, dark blue and rail blue, a couple of those parcels coaches. I've got little parcels vans and a couple of utility vans for good measure, a couple of variations. I think that one's supposed to be electric blue with the light grey roof, and that's supposed to be rail blue with the dark grey roof there. So a couple of different variations. I think that's R.226. I'll stick the number in the corner of the screen again. I can't remember. I have got them written down. We'll see if we can have a glance at them in a moment. We'll get them in a position where we can see them a little better. So let's see if we can get that Hymek round to pick those up now. So let's get her underway again. Let's see if we can slow this down. I forgot a point. It's all that problems with the derailment back there. I'd forgotten to do 1Y. Let's have a look. And then we'll switch the direction again. Sounds like quite a nice coupling. So let's pull that out of the sidings now. So I think it's doing pretty good for 2 traction tyres. I've been quite impressed with some of these models with traction tyres. I was expecting them to all be sort of weak and feeble, but again, we're getting some uncomfortable noises coming from that Hymek. I wonder whether something's changed on the front bogie there. Definitely, I think it's the front bogie is giving me problems. Let's close that one, and we'll go with number 1Y here. We'll close that as well, just in case we come back through there, but I doubt it. So something is uncomfortable there. Back to back on this is about just over, it's about 14.3 as close as I can measure it. So as you can see, it's fairly comfortable over most of the point works, but it seems to be having a couple of issues. And hold that right up high. Not so much of a stutter at this speed. Express parcel speed, I think. Let's just stop that there for a moment. We'll tighten up the camera and have a quick glance at some of those coaches and the wagons there. I'll just grab my notes so I can perhaps give better numbering. So yes, the utility vans are 226, and the electric blue one that we're looking at there was 1968 with the light grey roof. And the theoretically rail blue one there, which matches that parcels van a bit better, they were 69 to 70, again, same model number. I think they're lovely, those, especially those crude window detail. I've always quite liked that. And then we've got those parcels van. I think we had these in a video a year or so ago. I really love these BR Express parcels. So they're R780. They were available 71 to 73. So again, I thought I had another one of those, but I could only find the 4 of them today. So I think I've got another one tucked away somewhere. And there we got the parcels van. Sorry, I'll get the full parcels from 1969 to 70 in with the dark roofs, and 1968, the one with the light grey roof there in electric blue. So it really is quite a pronounced blue, that, isn't it? So that was like the sleepers we saw the other week. So I was quite pleased to have the 2 different variations. So I think we'll give that a bit more power, and we'll run round again. Have a look at those coaches along the way. Coming through that double curve, quite a bit of friction there with all of these wheels. The only metal wheels on this lot is on the locomotive itself. So I'm not entirely sure whether this will climb up the elevated section. I suppose we could give it a go, although I'm now more worried about the point work than the climbing, given the last few minutes. So let's just open that up. 1B, 2B, and then the elevated section here. So perhaps we should be trying this the other way around on the straight with the traction tyres, although that Class 47 the other week took a terrific load up there with virtually no wheel slip at all. Yeah, definitely a bit jumpy on the point work there. I think we're getting into just a little wheel slip there, but I think we're going to do it. Let's just bring that to a stop there. I'm just going to widen the camera a little, I think, now, so we get a better view of the whole train. But I think that's probably almost it for this week. I'm going to leave you with a view of these 2 models, the the 67 variant and the one with the later ringfield motor in side by side in a moment. But again, thanks for watching. It really is hugely appreciated. And if you look back again next time, we'll have something else from the range to have a look at. Goodbye now.